Venable, Cabrera, and Smith. Good numbers for Smith against Lincecum. Quentin Headley also has good numbers against Lincecum. Medica, Amarista, Rivera, and Kennedy.
On the hill today for the Giants will be Tim Lincecum, the 30-year-old right-hander, 5'11", 170-pounder, in his 7th year, starting his 8th year at the big league level. 15 starts this year. He's 5-5 with a 4.90 ERA. Almost a strikeout an inning, a 2-to-1 strikeout walk ratio. All good numbers against the Padres. Lifetime 14-6 with a 2.47. Those are remarkable numbers. And how does he do it? With a fastball that's low 90s. A very, very unusual, unorthodox delivery. Right over the top delivery with a straight break, 12-6 break on a curveball, a slider, and a split. 3 good downward biting specialty pitches. Let's take a look at that defense playing behind Lincecum today. Starting the Giants outfield from left to right, it'll be Morse, Blanco, and Pence, the best arm in right field. Crawford and Sandoval on the left side, Panic and Posey on the right side, and Hector Sanchez is going to be in the squad putting down the signs.
And the pitch to Venable is high. Look at that. That's a homegrown infield.
Sandoval, Crawford, Panic, Posey, Sanchez. Absolutely it is.
Throw in the pitcher. Swinging and a foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Venable hitting .201. Can't quite say that for the outfield.
No, Michael Morse, Regular Blanco, Hunter Pence, all from different organizations.
And a fastball high. 2 balls and a strike. Venable 12 for 51 against Lincecum. And he takes wide, and it's 3-1. He's 1 for 8 in the series. Three and 2.
Just a get it in challenge fastball. He doesn't want to walk him.
Doing the honors behind the dish is Adam Hamari. Then it's Eddings, Hudson, and Onora first to third.
And you're going to see a pretty big strike zone with Adam Hamari. It's a big zone. You'll see belt highs, you'll see knee highs, and you'll see width on both sides of the plate.
And that's fouled out of play.
With Hamari, you'll see more outside calls to left-handers than you will to righties, but still, it's a good zone to throw to. If you were to say, is he a pitcher's umpire or a hitter's umpire, you'd say he favors the pitcher.
Grandpa made a nice catch, and he's letting everybody know about it.
Oh, he should. That's what grandpas do.
Got him. And that's how this game gets started, with a nasty split.
And he threw it in a 3-2 count. Let's take a look at our Nissan keys to the game. And as always, Tim Lincecum in that first inning. That has been the problematic inning throughout his career. We'll watch him closely as to how he gets through it and what type of rhythm he brings into the game. And number 2, the leadoff hitter. Last night, the Giants just had a problem getting the leadoff hitter out. Padres had the very first 6 leadoff hitters get on base last night. They'll try and improve upon that today, and they'll try and improve on their own ratio. Get more leadoff hitters on. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
Grandpa.
Let's go, Grandpa. Brought his glove. Little first baseman.
Here's Everett Cabrera hitting at .225. 3 home runs, 15 driven in. Sandoval is in at third.
Let's take a look at our Exmo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. And this is the strikeout pitch to Venable. And he goes right over the top, which has always made him very, very different in regards to the type of release he'll give a hitter. And it also enhances all the downward movement on his specialty pitches. And that's our Exmo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
And probably not fair on a 3-2 pitch.
No. But having the confidence to throw a 3-2, that's significant.
One and 2 to Cabrera, 5 for 19 against Lincecum. Hector Sanchez doing the honors again with Lincecum out on the mound. Bruce Bochy has not made that a secret. That's who he wants to catch Tim Lincecum for 2 or 3 different reasons. One, it does give Buster Posey a bit of a break.
And it keeps him in the line at first base.
tapped slowly fouled. It remains 2-2.
If Posey was just going to be a catcher, you would not see him in the lineup today. Day game after a night game. But because he can play first base, it allows him to stay in the lineup. And when your team's struggling to score runs, that's significant.
Two balls, two strikes.
Mr. breaking out the eye black today. Tell you what, that's a good split, folks. There's two strikeouts, and the payoff pitch has both been the split both times. And just a little movement running away from the left-handed hitter and just dying as it gets right to the base of the strike zone. And that, in the eyes of Tim Lincecum, is a thing of beauty.
Here's Smith. Smith at 294. He is the one Padre hitter that's got respectable numbers when it comes to an average. He's had a good series. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Carlos Quentin is on deck. (2-0). Smith has got 3 career home runs off of Lincecum. And he's doing a breaking ball. 2-1.
Sanchez is doing a good job of mixing his pitches up. Too often we see him struggle in the first inning, and he's throwing a lot of fastballs, and that's always a pitch for him that is hard to control. Here, he's throwing everything up there, and I like it.
Comes back with a fastball, 2-2.
Do not throw that one again. Belt high, middle away. Seth Smith was on that one.
Crawford on the overshift. High throw. Posey, not a problem. So short throws at Crawford anyway. No score. The Giants lineup, and it's brought to you by Coors Light. It'll be Blanco, Pence, and then Buster Posey. 2 hitters in this lineup. Posey and Sandoval have good numbers lifetime against Kennedy. Sandoval hitting cleanup, then it's Morris, Crawford, and Sanchez. Joe Panik is hitting 8th, and Lincecum 9th.
On the hill today for the Padres will be Ian Kennedy. Kennedy, a 5-year veteran. He is 29 years old, 6 feet tall, 190 pounder. Not that much different than the heights wise to Tim Lincecum. This is what he has done. 5-8 with a 3.90 ERA. Good strikeout to walk ratio. And more strikeouts than innings pitched. Tells you he's got good stuff. A fastball that will go low to mid-90s. He will sink. He will cut that fastball. He's got a curveball, a slider, and a changeup. And he'll throw anything at every time. He's got a very nice feel of all of his pitches. Lifetime against the Giants, 7-3 with a 2.49 ERA. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Ian Kennedy. Starting in the Padres outfield from left to right, it'll be Quentin, Venable, and Smith. Cabrera and Headley on the left side of the infield. Amarista and Medica on the right side. And Rene Rivera will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Blanco. Blanco 2 for 8 in the series. He takes a strike. Four for 15 his numbers against Ian Kennedy. In at third is Headley. And this is popped out of play. It's another than 2. A bit hazy today. Gonna put the shades on it. All back.
Good call. try a little wraparound breaking ball. And you'll see Ian Kennedy do that with all of his pitches. He'll go to both sides of the plate with them. He really understands the concept of front door and back door in regards to that strike zone.
Pitches down low. Two balls, two strikes. Blanco fouls it back. I remember, Mike, there was a time when if you wore sunglasses like we are right now, that meant you stayed out all night.
That's exactly what that meant. And you were absolutely in trouble in the eyes of your coaching staff and your manager.
Avoid sunglasses. Blanco drives it into right center field. Venable, or make that Smith coming in, and he'll make the catch. Actually, for the longest time, I don't ever remember any players wearing sunglasses in the dugout unless they went and got the flip glasses that the infielders and outfielders wore. In other words, if you had a personal pair of sunglasses, those never showed up in the dugout.
Now it's standard issue. Players have probably a half dozen pair of sunglasses in their locker. But you're right. I mean, you just couldn't do it. It was a testimony that you did something wrong last night. You're telling the manager that you stayed out late.
Pence takes down low. Well, look, you were always in on time, so it didn't matter. 2-0 or make it 1-1.
Well, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could say that statement and keep a straight face.
I was with you. Two balls and one strike.
There was a good thing about being a starting pitcher, and that you only had to play every fifth day. And if there was some live blues around the city, I'd definitely check it out.
3-1 to Pence, who's 4 for 17 against Kennedy.
You see the hitters 1 through 4, 308 lifetime average with 8 home runs allowed. Hitters 5 through 8, he has Simonage on him.
Pence fouls it back, 3-2. Posey to follow. Got him.
And that's a 3-2 changeup. So Kennedy, very much like Lincecum, going away from the fastball at 3-2 count. He gets his first strikeout. And this is a beautiful changeup. Hunter Pence way out front.
Here's Posey. Buster Posey hitting at 279. Pitches wide to Posey. One pitch. 1-2.
That's a 93-mile-an-hour paint. And when Kennedy gets it going in a rhythm, I mean, he can really shave the corners of a strike zone. That has always been one of his strengths. Great fastball command, especially.
Posey drives it to right, and that's a base hit. And he wisely puts on the brakes. Nice job by Smith.
Now that is textbook perfect as to how to take a breaking ball, and not a bad one at that, and stay inside it and go the other way. A little curveball on the outside corner at the knees. Stay inside and watch the knob lead, and then the bat head follow, and he just serves it right to right field. And that is what every hitting coach in America strives to have their pupil accomplish. That swing right there on that type of pitch and that type of location.
Here's Sandoval. Sandoval hitting at 265. He's 10 for 42 against Kennedy with 3 doubles. And a call strike to even the count. Michael Morris on deck. The Giants trying to do something after the first 2 outs were recorded. Posey at first, 2 balls and a strike. High fastball, 2-2.
Kennedy will change grips on that fastball a lot. He'll throw 4-seam, 2-seam, both sides of the plate. He understands the 4 corner of the strike zone with the fastball. How a knee-high fastball is so different than a hand-high fastball in the inside corner, especially with 2 types of movement with the various grips.
And Sandoval had a pretty good rip at that 93-mile-an-hour fastball. It remains 2-2.
Just missed it. He was not fooled on that speed. Two balls, 2 strikes. Sandoval. Medica holding on Posey. Down the left field line and a foul ball. Sandoval knew it pretty much out of the box, so he did not get that far from home plate. Sandoval 1 home run away from 100. Been sitting on 99 for a while with 9 home runs on the year. Next big fly going to be a milestone for him.
Sandoval steps out.
Well, Kennedy shook off a fastball in, shook off a slider, shook off a curveball, and finally nodded and said okay to a fastball away.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. So Kennedy paints Sandoval after 1.
He'll use him off the bench, and he'll give him a couple of starts at first base. Duvall has arrived. He's getting into his uniform. He'll be wearing number 37, and his mom and dad, Alvin and Gina, were able to come with him. I can only imagine how they're feeling right now watching their son get ready to make his major league debut. Wayne?
All right, Amy, as Carlos Quentin takes high, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I know one thing, he can't get into that big league uniform fast enough.
Quentin bounces this one to Sandoval. To Posey.
Well, the St. Louis Cardinals make their one and only visit to AT&T Park next week, July 1st through the 3rd, and there are $14 dynamic deal tickets available for next Tuesday night. And the post-game fireworks show was added to the July 2nd game. So get a jump start on your Independence Day holiday with the Cards-Giants game and post-game fireworks. Thursday, July 3rd, enjoy day baseball in the city. Lots of things happening. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets.
Here's Headley, who takes low. Headley's got 4 home runs lifetime against Lincecum. Bounces that one off of Sanchez,
who leads the league in head dings, by the way.
Yes, he does. One and two.
I'll tell you what, his slider, his split, his curveball, they're all working today.
And the tailing fastball makes it 2-2. Dodgers are playing tonight in Kansas City. The Rockies and Cardinals are underway in Denver with St. Louis leading 1-0. That game in the 4th inning. Full count now to Headley. Tommy Medic is on deck. And a bit high, so the first base runner is a walk, and that'll bring up Medica. Medica hit a home run yesterday off of Javi Lopez. Here he takes a strike. Still not sure whether Tyler Colvin would have been able to catch it or not. We are sure of one thing, we'll never know. No balls and 1 strike. Tap foul, 0-2. Was the home run by Medica, his 4th of the year. That nice extension.
It was a play that we really would like to have seen not interfered with by the fan, because we all felt that Tyler Colvin was going to have a chance to catch that ball. But we are all stunned. You just don't see long balls hit off of Javier Lopez, period.
That's a 3-pitch see you later.
Hector Sanchez wanted the high fastball. It wound up being a bolt right down the middle, and he swings right through it. His pitch usage for 2014, 47% fastballs, and then everything else is about even. More sliders than anything, but he's not opposed to going out and getting one of those specialty pitches established and then just ride it like a good horse. And today the split's been fantastic. Amarista was the guy that really hurt the Giants last night. Had a 3-hit night, 3 RBIs.
Jacked up his average to 221. And the runner goes, and a bouncing ball to Joe Panik, and that'll end the inning. Well, the walk does not hurt Lincecum, and for the Giants, Michael Morris will hit first. I want to see him come up the steps. Here's Morris hitting 286, and he takes a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Almost the same spot. Morris is 1 for 5 lifetime against Ian Kennedy.
I would think Kennedy would be a guy that he would hit well.
Off the plate, 2 balls and 1 strike. A lot of pitchers we see pitch Morris in. Kennedy hasn't done that in this at bat.
Well, I think it's a big part of Kennedy to establish that he will throw a strike on both sides of the plate.
Breaking ball hit well to right field and off the bricks, but foul. So it looked like Morris recognized the breaking ball early. Out of play again. This one back into the seats. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Kennedy just painting that outside corner with 93-mile-an-hour two-seam movement. Now that's movement that's going to start off the outside part of the plate, then have it come back into the strike zone. Just wraps it around that outside corner.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, and he got him with a fastball up and in. So it did finally come in.
That really was as beautifully placed as you could possibly put a 4-seam fastball above the hands and just tie him up in knots. Strikeout number 3.
So here's Crawford. Crawford hitting .259. 1 for 3 on Monday. Came back yesterday and did the same. 2 for 6 in the series. And the 1-0 to Crawford is a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And he drops a 1-0 changeup on him. So right now Kennedy's got it working. Best defense for the Giants is get him out of that windup, get him in the stretch, because he's got a good rhythm going.
They had him in the stretch for 1 at bat. That was Sandoval's at bat in the first. Hit well into center field. Lots of room out there, however, for Venable. Now it starts to carry, and it's off the bottom of the wall. Crawford's got his shot for 3. He is going to make it. I think William Venable got fooled by the wind.
That does not happen very often. He's a very reliable outfielder. But when you got the triple hit machine up there, Brandon Crawford, and he puts a backspin on a fastball out over the plate, gets extended, and watch him drift, and all of a sudden it takes off, and he cannot catch up. It hits the base of the wall. And for Brandon Crawford, who just keeps hitting 3 baggers, that is number 8 on the year. And I think he thought, like everybody else thought, it was going to get caught.
Once the lead now in triples, tied with Gordon and Rios. So here's Hector Sanchez with the infield in, and he cues this one foul. So you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get off of Kennedy in a game. You got one here, you got to cash in.
No, you're right. You have to avoid the strikeout. You really have to battle. Can't get long. When you're thinking fly ball, right now with an infield in, you're thinking anything. Just don't strike out.
This should do it. This time Venable gets back in plenty of time, and the Giants lead 1-0.
And that's as impressive and bad as the triple was. The sacrifice fly. The way that Kennedy is throwing the ball, you really want to stay out of a 2-strike situation. And he gets a good fastball to do something with it, and he gets the job done. Nice AB.
So here's Panic. Nice to have a lead at home.
Haven't seen that yet this homestand.
Very high to Joe Panic. 0 for 3 on Monday. 0 for 2 yesterday. One ball and 1 strike.
And one thing you're going to see a lot of up here is a lot of pitchers that can get off speed stuff over the plate in fastball counts. See the numbers for Panic: 325, 321 with 5 big flies and 47 RBIs. Is that what it was?
Yep. Out of play, 1-2. Two and two, not a Joe Panic. Lincecum on deck. Hit on the ground. It'll be backhanded by Medica, and that'll end the inning. Giants on the board on the triple and sacrifice fly. It's 1-0.
Staff decision, but I'm really hoping that some of the money goes to the PE program and some to the science program, and then the rest will figure it out. But I'm just so excited right now. Yeah,
it's quite an honor that you've received and doing so much of your hard work that you've put into this. What's your favorite part, though, about teaching, Nicole?
I love watching the kids grow. I mean, they change, they grow, they develop, they become young men and women who are going to go out and do good in the world, and that's the best part about it. So.
$20,000, Nicole Elwood. Congratulations. He's our 2014 All-Star Teacher winner. Dwayne and Mike.
Yes. I think there's always been 1 or 2 or 3 teachers that I don't care how old you are, you'll never forget them.
Oh, no question.
Miss Van Dyke in 2nd grade cuffed me right behind the head. I'll not forget that.
You deserved it. There's Nicole, and there was the reaction of the announcement that she indeed won. So what did you do to get cuffed behind the head?
It was maybe once a day I got cuffed.
I have no problem believing that.
Here's Kennedy, who pops this one. Pop-ups and fly balls are an issue today. And Blanco will chase off Panic. I might add, it didn't hurt. Just kind of ticked you off a little bit. Here's Venable. I never thought recess was long enough. That was my problem.
That was definitely the best part of the day.
6-minute recess wasn't cutting it for me.
We actually had a 20-minute morning recess. So what good is that?
That's, you break a sweat, and now what? You got to come in?
Yeah, so, come on. If you're batting down the lineup, man, good luck.
I was in favor of a recess after every class. We're setting education back a lot. Here's Morris. And Morris in front of Blanco, and that'll end the inning. 6-pitch inning for Lincecum. Lincecum will lead things off. We'll try to get back on track. He's arrived. Big leagues.
Psyched.
It's going to take every ounce of strength for his mom not to run that dugout and give him a hug.
Well, Adam Duvall, welcome to San Francisco, kid. And there's not a guy in that dugout that does not appreciate the walk that Duvall's taking right now.
You could ask that kid to do anything right now, and he'd do it. Hey, would you run out to the bleachers and get me a beer? Not a problem. A little vulnerable right now, wouldn't you think?
Well, he's climbed the mountain. He's planted a flag. He hadn't had it at bat yet.
2-2 to Lincecum.
But for all the folks back home, all the people that supported him in his ascent to the big leagues, he just justified it. Put that uni on.
He didn't know whether to sit or stand up or walk or jog. Outside, full count to Lincecum. Yeah, your AAA buddies are going to be the ones that you're going to gravitate to first.
There's Juan Perez.
Lincecum, look out. Jeez, our lucky would hit the ball right in the forehead.
That would be a bad first day in the big leagues.
My goodness.
Heads up. Whoa!
Hit up the middle. Mariska will not throw. Lincecum flying down the line with a hit.
See, Duvall shows up. They start hitting.
Unbelievable. You never know which one of those guys down there has got the hitting magic.
And what an at-bat from Tim Lincecum. Challenge fastball. Kennedy doesn't want to walk him. Throws it right over the plate. Lincecum goes right back up the middle. And Amarista, who's really been the MVP of this series so far, almost pulls it off. And you see Duvall putting a clap on for his teammate. All right, now he's one of the guys.
All right, here's Blanco.
Such a plus when you have that hitter lead off an inning and the pitcher's already thinking that's an out. But when you get that pitcher on base, some good things happen.
Blanco shows bunt.
And Lincecum can run a little bit too. It's not like having a slug out there in the base pass plugging everything up. He can run.
Let's check out Mom, see if she's happy. Oh yeah.
Mom looks like a player.
Dad's gonna have that grin on for a month.
Oh yeah.
Two and 0, so now you get Kennedy out of the stretch early in the inning.
Exposed right field. They pinch the gap in right center.
Blanco leaning on a 2-0 pitch, thinking it was going to be a strike.
So Joe Panik, Duvall really were a nice 1-2 punch down there in the lineup for the Fresno Grizzly. Talking it over with Sergio Romo. It's hard to quit smiling your first day in the big leagues.
2 balls and 1 strike. I was even smiling watching Gaylord's car that first day.
Don't tell me he got you with the old "gotta wash my car" rookie trick.
Yeah. I asked him, you want the wheels? He goes, yeah, I think the wheels with that too.
And those are the credentials as Duvall climbed the ladder. Big years everywhere he went. Lots of power. 100 RBI a year in San Jose in 2012. This year he was tearing up the PCL.
In the center field for Venable.
It's so important when you get to the big leagues that you feel like you've earned it. And Adam Duvall has.
Here's Pence. Pence struck out in the first. Giants would like to see Lincecum run a little bit. The fastest we see him move is when he comes off the plane. It's like 4 steps. He's from the top of the stairs to the bottom. And every time Bruce Bochy watches him do it, he shakes his head. He's like a feather going down the steps. And Hunter Pence just had a hanger.
And he just missed it. We were in the lobby one night in San Diego going down to get our bags. Lincecum got his before us, and all of a sudden we see him pushing the suitcase that has rollers, hop on the top of the suitcase, and then right across the lobby in it. Going about 20 miles an hour.
Like a skateboard, right?
Yep. And I looked at Brett Alexander, the Giants director of travel, and he just kind of shook his head. He is a remarkable athlete.
You got to blame the manufacturers that put wheels on suitcases. That's who you blame. Which, by the way, was the greatest invention of all time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hunter Pence just got underneath this one. 2 outs. And here's Posey. Buster with a sharp single to right in his first at bat. Outside corner, 0-1. You see where Adams from. He's from Louisville. 25 years old. You get to the big leagues. That means you've had a fair share of minor league at bats. Foul at the plate. 0-2 to Buster Posey. And if you're 25, that usually means you certainly had 3 years in college, maybe 4. Duvall went to University of Louisville. Oh, and 2. Lined to left. Now coming in is Quentin, and he can't hang on. Lincecum's going to third, and he's going to make it. Carlos Quentin did indeed look like a DH on that play.
Well, that's going to extend the inning. I mean, barreled by Posey, but really looking almost a pretty routine. And he does not get a good jump, and then it becomes a wrestle match, and in the end he runs out of glove and hits right at the tip, and he can't put it in the pocket. So the Giants are going to get another opportunity here to do some serious damage against Kennedy. You can see Romo, get down, get down, get down. That's the get down song.
So Sandoval will step up now with runners at the corners. Down low, 1-0.
This is where you really want to take advantage. They give you a gift like that, they extend an inning because they don't make a defensive play. This is where you want to jump on it.
Kennedy staying away, and Sandoval pops it down the left field line and out of play. You can see Duvall, it's not the first time he's met these guys. He's had a number of spring trainings with the guys in that dugout. Into the gap. Quentin dives and he can't get it. And they're going to hold Buster Posey. And probably a good move. Scoring is Lincecum, and it's 2-0.
And that's the 2-out knock they've been looking for. The defense opens up an opportunity, and Pablo Sandoval just punched a hole through the door. And now they have a chance to really make it hurt. He stays in the outside part of the plate, right at the belt, gets a little bit too much plate here. And for the second consecutive play, just not enough glove from Quentin. An RBI single on a 2-out scenario for the Panda.
And here's Morris. Posey and Sandoval aboard. And a swing and a miss. 0-1. Two.
Not looking fastball away. That's all that 0-1 pitch told you. Maybe sitting on off speed.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. So Kennedy limits the damage. Giants on the board. It's 2-0 San Francisco. We'll see how Lincecum does after spending a little bit of time on the bases in the top of this inning. 2-0. Cabrera struck out in the first. Taps it foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Very high. 3-1. It's number 43 for Lincecum. 3-2. And looking where we were at last night, I don't think anybody's in our seats. What's up with that?
Well, right there on the end of the Coors Light silver bullpen. Yeah, nobody's in our chairs. We broke them.
Gotta keep them warm for somebody. Out of play. Tell you what, we did have a view from there, is a view of a lot of things, but one is in center field where they got the fresh produce. And if looking at my binoculars out there, it's a hit.
Oh yeah, it's very cool.
Get on the ground to Crawford. Crawford stays with it, and they just got him. Here's our AT&T Uverse Rewind. It happened in July of last year. Tim Lincecum, and what did he do? He flipped a no-hitter, and that was pitch number 148.
And he got a good buster hug right there after that final pitch.
He was a wet noodle by the time he threw that last pitch. I think he probably had another 15 pitches in him. Bruce Bochy just didn't want to have to see it.
He didn't want to see the 150 pitch limit. There's the Giants no-hitters. Lincecum, Kane, Sanchez. All since the Giants have moved into AT&T. 2 of them were here. Sanchez and Kane. Lincecum, of course, in San Diego. Montefusco, Halicki, Gaylord Perry, Juan Marichal. It's quite a list.
Overshift is on for Smith, and he takes low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Adam Duvall with Eric Ortega.
Hit the other way and out of play. Here's the 1-2 to Smith. Hit on the ground sharply. Buster Posey's got it. 2 outs.
Nice play, Buster Posey. Well, this Sunday is Pixar Day at the ballpark. Your special event package will include a ticket as the Giants will take on the Reds. And the Giants themed bobblehead of Woody from Disney Pixar's Toy Story films. Following the conclusion of the game, Pixar Day special event ticket holders will be invited down to the field to watch Toy Story. Call 415-972-2298 or go to sfgiants.com/special events. It does not get old.
You think those are the same 2 that just get passed around?
No.
I'll give you a chance to think about this. Or you think those are new?
Absolutely.
Then why don't we have?
Let me get that.
That'd be a suggestion. In the second inning. Here he takes a pretty good pitch, but called the ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Sanchez and then Panic. Bottom of the 4th inning. Crawford swings and fouls it on a play to even the count at a ball and a strike. Another sellout today. Weekday games here are always a hit. Here's the 1-1 to Crawford. Good changeup, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. So Crawford strikes out. That's 5 strikeouts for Kennedy, and that'll bring up Sanchez. Okay. Bangs a triple off. You'd like to strike him out the next time up.
Yes, you do. There's the duck boat coming into the cove.
Hector Sanchez, a sacrifice fly. Look at Sanchez's RBI numbers. Is really pretty remarkable considering he's hitting .214. He's got 25 RBIs. That's 4 fewer than Hunter Pence. Little jam shot. Here comes Cabrera, and he throws him out.
That was a big league jam job right there. If Hector Sanchez had any speed whatsoever, he'd have beat that out. Ball right up the bat towards the handle, explodes everything. About 8 pieces flying everywhere. Digging as hard as he possibly can, and in the end, he's beaten by 2 steps.
So here's Panic, who bounced out to first. And he takes wide, 1-0. Two balls, no strikes.
I always talk about how numbers affect baseball players and really any professional athlete, but when you're in the minor leagues, numbers are really big. And that's the important thing. When you get to the big league level, and all of a sudden you have to put those aside. Because those can really put unusual pressure on you.
Panic pops it up. It'll be the third baseman Headley calling and catching, and that'll end the inning. 5th inning coming up. It's 2-0 Giants.
First pitch in for a strike with the fastball from Lincecum. Like Headley taking all the way. Nothing Giants. We're in the top of the 5th inning. And Lincecum, nice feel for his pitches today, and it has been that way since the 1st inning.
Headley drew a 1-out walk in the 2nd. Medica is on deck. Blocked by Sanchez, 2-2. Pitch count wise, this is about as good as Lincecum's been this year.
No, you're right. And it's common to see him throw between 20 and 30 pitches in the first inning alone. That was a major obstacle he overcame today. Just a little bit outside. Every time you see an umpire put his hands on his hips, the argument's over.
Kind of like Mom.
Exactly like Mom.
Got him.
And again, 3-2. He stays away from the fastball. And another swing through strike 3. And you cannot throw a better breaking ball than this.
That little skip, did I see that?
Oh, he's feeling it. Gathered, look at his back foot, that right inside part of the foot. It stays very solid, very firm, no roll in his foot whatsoever. Good push and good control of the snap of his wrist. See ya.
Here's Medica, who takes up and in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Medica struck out in the second. 2-0. Medica thinking he was going to get something to hit, and he does, and he fouls it out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think Medica a little unhappy he didn't do more with that pitch. He took a whole lap around Sanchez and Amari.
He did the Tulowitzki.
He did the Tulowitzki dance. The whole time he was not blinking. He was talking to himself.
2-2. Hit on the ground, Crawford. 2 down.
Time to log on to csnbayarea.com and decide the player of the game. Your vote counts. Winners will be revealed during the Giants postgame live. Follow the action on the diamond like never before with enhanced Bloomberg stats and much, much more. Giants in-game live on csnbayarea.com. Log on right now and vote.
Here's Amarista, who bounced out to Panic.
Grab some pine meat. Couple of gamer babes. You can tell. Nice first pitch breaking ball. Quick 0-1. It's great. Once you start throwing strikes, you get umpires looking for them. Tried to elevate the fastball. I mean, he threw it right where he wanted it.
One ball, 2 strikes. And this is fouled off the backstop. Out of play. The 1-2 pitch. Driven to right. Pence is there, and he puts it away. Another 1-2-3 inning. And Lincecum's going to lead things off. And here's Lincecum. Lincecum is 1 for 1 in this game. Lincecum raised his average all the way up to 0.87.
Well, that's significant. He started the day at 0.45. Still on the bingo card, though.
That's the one you got to look for right there. That last one, middle in, straight fastball.
There was definitely no take sign in an 0-1 count.
Actually, maybe a better pitch for Lincecum would be a changeup down the middle. Looking for it. Right about knee high.
It's the one he can hit out. And he can do it.
Yeah, we're not looking for stinking singles here, for crying out loud.
Well, you watch him. Take batting practice, and he flips him out of the right field side all the time.
We have a winner.
Yes, we do.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Look out. 3-2. Let's check in with Amy G.
All right, guys, more big news for Adam Duvall. More family has arrived. We mentioned that his parents, Alvin and Gina, were able to make it. And now his host mom from the San Jose Giants team found out that he was going to make his Major League debut. So she drove on up. It's Tiffany Fuentes. She's sitting with Adam's parents. And you guys well know that those host families in A-ball become like your real families and serve as a real lifeline for these guys.
Yeah,
Dwayne?
absolutely. You spend a lot of time in San Jose, you can have like 8 different moms, for crying out loud. And what would be wrong with that?
Nothing.
Blanco takes a strike. Blanco taps this one foul. Blanco trying to reach for Hunter Pence. Wraps one into Triple's alley. Can anybody get there? Yes. Smith runs it down, and that is very frustrating if you're Gregor Blanco, who's dying for hits.
You're right. I mean, and that's just, you got AT&T. When they set the defense prior to the pitch, they pitch the gap in right center. This is a double, triple, in any other ballpark here. It's a big league hang with him, even for a right fielder with average speed.
Here's Pence. Pence up the middle, off the end of the bat is Amaristas there, and that'll end the inning. 6th inning coming up. It'll be the catcher Rivera, and then the only base runner for the Padres in this game, a walk to Chase Headley in the 2nd inning. Swinging a foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. Rivera hit a ball out to Hunter Pence in the 3rd. Tim Stauffer is getting loose. Out of play, 1-2. It's always kind of an odd time for a manager to have to make the call when you're down by 2 in the 5th inning. See if you want to use a pinch hitter or not.
Oh, Ian Kennedy's throwing the ball well. I mean, it's not like he's looking like he needs help in any way, shape, or form. But the way that Lincecum is throwing, I got to believe that Bud Black's thinking he's not going to get a lot of options or opportunities. So bottom line, if Rene Rivera gets on base, they would probably pinch hit.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is why Stauffer's down in the bullpen heating up like he means it.
Out of play. Winston going at him, and Rivera keeps fouling pitches off. Well, we'll drift a bit on Morris. He's there, and he makes the catch.
All right, time now for our Geico quote of the day. It comes from Bruce Bochy on biggest issue during a tough stretch. He said the rotation put us in a good position. Now they've hit a bump in the road. Some of them. It happens. It's important we get out of this, and it's going to be our starting pitching that gets us out of this.
And it always goes back to that, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're right. It's so important. It's your starting staff. Give you a chance to win.
Here's Kennedy, who popped out to Blanco and takes a strike.
So with the leadoff hitter Rivera flying out, Kennedy stays in the game.
Oh, 2.
That's just a nice, easy rhythm.
Got him. 5 strikeouts.
A quick discard.
And here's Venable.
And you see the pitches. He had 18 in the first, and it's the most he's thrown. 17 in the 5th. Third inning, a 6-pitch inning. And that's the gift.
That helped. Venable is struck out and he's popped out. And you missed inside.
Definitely seen that pitch called a strike today. Did not miss by much.
That one's called a strike to even the count.
And he comes right back in a 1-0 count with that big curveball, and then nobody going to look for that thing.
Panic from the outfield grass. Through 6 innings. Still only 1 base run. And a strike to Buster Posey, who's 2 for 2 today. One ball and 1 strike. Hit on the ground into right field, a base hit. 3 for 3. That's called the what?
The magic one-do, baby. All right, time now for our Ford right choice. We go back to the 3rd inning. In an RBI situation, as the inning extended, a fastball at the belt away, and Sandoval goes the opposite way, just out of the outstretched arm of Carlos Quinton would knock in the 2nd run. That is our Ford right choice.
So here's Sandoval, 1 for 2. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Out of play. So Kennedy got Sandoval out on his front foot. High fastball, 1-2. Posey with a lead at first. Got him.
Same fastball location that he struck him out with in the first inning.
So here's Morris. It's just that here that you just don't see Sandoval swing and miss a lot at. Maybe a high fastball or something in the dirt. Not around that knee-high area. He's usually pretty good at laying some pretty good contact on there. Morris chases and it's 0-1.
Morris just has not picked up Kennedy today at all.
To right field and a base hit. Morris may have made a mistake. Cut off.
And that was a mistake.
Hey, if that ball is on line, Amarista cannot cut that ball off.
There's no real reason to do it. So a good slider. And I think that the big fella was sitting something soft. He goes the opposite way with it. And he's thinking double all the way. Now Seth Smith's got a very accurate arm. And that thing should not have been cut off.
You could see Cabrera was moving in towards the inner part of the diamond, so maybe he was offline a little bit. But it wasn't going to do any damage if you let it go.
So 1-out double. And the Padres want to gather the troops together and talk about it. Juan Perez in the game now to run for Morris. Yes, it is.
Got it. So team picture on top of the mound. So Crawford's going to be walked. Hector Sanchez does have a sacrifice fly in this game.
But back might be ready to make a move here as you watch Tim Stover throwing a lot of sinkers right now.
So here's Hector Sanchez.
So they're going to let him go at Sanchez. And remember the last time that they faced in this scenario, they won a third less than 2 outs. Sanchez came up with a sac fly to center. One of the RBIs today. It was an outstanding at bat.
This is not going to do it. Two outs. And here's Panic. Well, Joe Panic can pick up his teammate right here. Although if you're Hector Sanchez, after a guy walks to get to you, those are the ones where you just want to. Well, yeah, that's what you want to do. Screen.
He's thinking about it.
Panic has bounced out and popped out. One ball and no strikes. Two and 0.
One thing we found out about Panic, and he's got a pretty good eye. He'll make you work. And he's not in any hurry.
Should be something to hit if you're Panic. And he rolls it softly to Amarista. And that'll end the inning. Seventh inning coming up. Lincecum, one base runner, a walk. And here's Everett Cabrera. And the first pitch is high. One ball and no strikes. Perez now in left. Remember, he went into pinch run for Michael Morse. Hit on the ground to Buster Posey. One out. Then here's Smith. .82 pitches for Tim Lincecum.
Oh, he's in a good place with pitches. Pitch count wise, he couldn't be any better. By Lincecum standards.
Yeah, by Greg Maddux standards.
You're in the 14th inning. 82 pitches. Remember, we've seen Lincecum throw 148 and have something on it on the 148th pitch.
High to Smith. He's bounced out twice.
One thing about Smith, and he's the kind of hitter that grows during the ball game. He gets better against you as the game wears on. Pretty good curveball. You saw Hector Sanchez catch that in the outside corner and wince when he didn't get the call from Adam Hamari. Setting that target right in the outside corner.
I can see why he called it a ball.
With a breaking ball, you don't really have to set on a corner, especially away. Not in a 1-0 count. You can set that target right down behind the plate.
2-1 now to Smith. Overshift is on for Smith. Hit out to center field. Blanco freezes. Just like we were last night. 2 outs.
We were freezing.
And here's Carlos Quentin. Quentin walked, checked that. Quentin bounced out to third. He's popped out to right. He is not going to wait around.
He will not.
On the ground to Crawford. Crawford wrestles this one and throws him out. A 7-pitch, 7th inning. Now this crowd's starting to get into it. Giants do. The Padres by only allowing 1 walk. That's it. No balls and 1 strike. Lincecum singled to open up the third, scored, and struck out looking on a 3-2 count in the fifth. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Into a game like this, and the one guy you never really think about it is the guy calling balls and strikes, and it intensifies for a balls and strike umpire.
Lincecum, base hit, left field. And a day kid.
Second time he's had a leadoff single in this ballgame. And he hit that ball to left field like he hits for a living.
Yeah, Tony Gwynn would have been proud of this one.
Stay inside, just sting. That's why you see at bats like this, and there's no reason why this guy can't be a good hitter. As good an athlete as he is, and he's one of the best in that Giants clubhouse. And that's a thing of beauty right there. And Kennedy very quickly gets in the stretch.
So here's Blanco. Blanco's 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. Blanco hit one out into Triple's alley that by all rights should have been that a triple, but Smith, who's playing way over into right center field, made a nice running catch.
You can see where he set up. I mean, that's almost like there's nobody in right field.
Blanco shortens up to bunt. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 to Blanco. Shortens up to bunt again. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, the leash is a pretty long one for Ian Kennedy. 109 pitches. That's not an incredibly large number.
I think every starting pitcher should have the ability to throw 125 pitches. You should have that strength in your shoulder.
Blanco did such a good job of watching close pitches go by trying to bunt. Waves at that one. It's 2 and 2. Lincecum now hitting 120. I know that's important.
Well, it is. He's off the bingo card and he's on the interstate. It's always a good thing.
Got him. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, gentlemen, time now for our fan photo contest. It is sponsored by AT&T. Get out your pictures, your best Giants pictures, and tweet them with hashtag CSNBA fan photo. Make sure to include your name and your hometown, and you might make it onto one of our broadcasts. Today, you're looking at Tom and Logan. They come from Elk Grove, and they are part of the Yes movement. Dwayne.
All right, here's Pence. And a strike to Hunter Pence, the Yes movement. Hunter Pence 0 for 3. Breaking ball wide, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kennedy thought he had it. I do too. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Medica holding on Lincecum. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Two and 2.
Stays on that outside corner. again, Kennedy squirms thinking he had strike 3, so he's going to take a walk. The whole at bat has gone on that outside corner. Here he tries a backdoor two-seam movement and just misses a little bit high. And look at him. He wants it.
3-2. Little flip job, and it's going to fall. Let's check out in McDonald's true stories. This came last year when Tim Lincecum no-hit the Padres in San Diego in July, and that preserved the no-hitter. It was a terrific catch by Hunter Pence. And about 40 pitches later, he got it.
Or 70 pitches later. So that's going to be it for Ian Kennedy. And Bud Black making the call to the bullpen.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back. For 12 lifetime against Stauffer with a double and a home run.
There you see Stauffer's number. 22nd time he's coming in. 2-2 with a 3.96 ERA. He's basically like hitting off a starting pitcher in the bullpen. You get 4 looks. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. And the fastball velocity will be around 91, like you just saw. It's low 90s.
No balls and 1 strike. And that pitch is wide to even the count. Outside 2-1. On deck is Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval has got some major ownage on Tim Stauffer. But first things first, it's 2-1 to Buster Posey. No swing, 3-1.
Checked it on a changeup. Doug Eddings, first base umpire, making the no swing call. No, he did not go.
Now a full count.
Perfect location on a 3-1 with a fastball. Nice pitch. And this is certainly not a situation where even with Posey up there at an open base, you would take it. Not with 1 out. He's got to pitch to him. He needs to throw strikes.
Out of play.
Again to the outside corner with a fastball. Posey more than happy to go the opposite way. Posey with 3 hits today, 2 of which have gone to right field.
Lincecum at second, Pence at first. Foul back, he had a good rip. Quick chat between Rivera and Stauffer. Well into right center field. On the move is Venable, looking up off the bottom of the wall. Lincecum scores. Here comes Pence. He is safe at the plate. And it's 4-0 Giants. Buster Posey 4 for 4 today.
And a day with the bat. Take a look at the location. He had to come in, and that's fat T-ball location right over the middle. And he stays inside it, and another at bat that goes on the right field side of second base, and this one to the base of the Visa sign in right center. And this is how you clean the bags. And it almost gets knocked out of here.
Here's Sandoval. Sandoval takes a curveball for a strike. Lincecum has started 2 rallies today, one in the 3rd and one here in the 7th. Just in tight to even the count. Both those runs charged to Ian Kennedy. So when you look at his line, it's going to look okay. He really threw the ball well, I thought.
Yeah, I did too.
Out of play, 1 and 2.
And baseball is not always fair. You can have a day where you throw the ball well, give up 4 earnings and take a loss, and to all the world the box score the next day, it looks like you got lit. He did not.
Sandoval lines it, and it's going to fall in front of the right fielder Smith. So ownage is ownage, and now Perez is coming up.
Lincecum by himself, as he should be.
Perez batting for the first time. And he takes outside 1-0. Two and 0. Ball rolls away. It's 3 balls and no strikes.
Doesn't look like Lincecum is paying attention to all the normal traditions.
Yeah, well, if he did, I'd get worried.
Doesn't look too stressed. Maybe that's just his way of dealing with pressure.
So Perez will take the walk. Easy decision now for Bud Black. Stauffer comes in. He allows a double, a single, and a walk. When it's time for a change.
Left-hander in their bullpen. Alex Torres, we saw him in last night's ball game. Low to mid-90 fastball, hard slider and a changeup. He will throw everything, and they are all swing and miss type pitches. You see the unusual cap that he wears. He's the only guy in the big leagues wearing the recommended protective helmet for pitchers.
In the dirt, 1-0.
Kind of looks like Super Mario.
You see your base runners. Posey at third. Sandoval at second. Perez at first. Outside 2-0.
Usually that's a pretty lonely seat, but with Lincecum and the way that he is, the demeanor that he has, I think he's enjoying the moment, to be honest.
I think you're right. Infield in, and I mean all the way in. And it's 3-0 to Crawford.
Well, it's the easiest RBI to get. And that's the ball 4 with the bases loaded.
See if Crawford's got the green light. He very well might. We'll never know. 3-1. Crawford with 36 runs batted in. He's third on the team in that department. Three and 2.
Well, how about that? A 3-1 changeup and a good one. All prepared to let out a little shaft. You're looking fastball. You get great arm action. Totally convinced that you're getting a fastball. You get after it, and it's about 4 feet short. And you miss it by 3 feet. That is a good changeup.
Three and 2. Crawford steps out. Well, Rivera's going to go out and have a word.
I really don't know what can be said right here other than you need to throw a strike, and I think Alex Torres already knows that. It's whatever you can throw over. I mean, he just proved he's not afraid to throw a 3-1 changeup, so you would think that he's not afraid to throw a 3-2 changeup or a slider. I don't think Alex Torres is afraid of anything. He's going to throw what he thinks he can get Crawford out of.
Changeup. 3 and 2. Threw him a 94, and Crawford was all over it.
Oh, he was. Guy fouls it straight back. He's on you. He's got you timed. 94-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball, a little cut, and I'm talking right at the belt over the middle of the plate.
Nice swing, though. Those are the swings Bruce Bochy likes to see.
Yeah, Crawford's always been a good high ball hitter.
Payoff pitch. Got him.
And a high strike, a 3-2 changeup. Adam Hamari getting an earful from the Giants dugout. Take a look at the location with the changeup. And that was above the belt. We haven't seen that called a strike today, so it winds up being a rough at bat.
Sanchez has got another shot. With the bases loaded with 1 out. In the 6th inning, he popped out. Here he lines it to left, but it's going to be right at Quentin, and that'll end the inning. Giants score twice. They lead 4-0. And the hitter will be Chase Headley. And Headley takes low. Headley has been the only base runner for the Padres, and that was a 1-out walk in the 2nd inning.
If you're wondering about the long half inning that Lincecum had to endure, it was 24 minutes and 10 seconds. So that's a long time to sit down. Well, it is. Remember, he didn't sit down the whole inning. He was on base, got a base hit to lead it off. And because he was on base, kept moving. I don't think the 24-hour wait is really going to do him any harm.
There's a strike to make it 1-2. Headley to be followed by Medica, to be followed by Amarista. Hit on the ground to Posey. Posey to Lincecum. One down in the 8th.
Lincecum has locked into all 4 pitches since the first inning. And that is something that he has not done in a while this season. An 18-pitch first inning, that's the most pitches that he's had in any one inning. But in that inning, in those 18 pitches, he let the Padres know he had a feel with everything that he can throw. And he has been able to maintain it all the way into the 8th.
Here's Medica, who's 0 for 2. He struck out in the 2nd. He bounced out to Crawford in the 5th. And a curveball. And it's 1 ball and no strikes.
And you can hear the 41,000 umpires here in attendance a little unhappy with this first pitch curveball not called a strike. Very close.
Two and 0 to Medica. Amarista's on deck. And the 2-0 is a strike to make it 2-1.
Change up. It's a split finger fastball, but Lincecum calls his change, but he's throwing a 2-0, and Medica had none chance. Lincecum shook off 3 pitches. He wants a fastball away. Medica late.
One out, top of the 8th. 2-2 to Tommy Medica. Popped him up. Buster Posey doing the pop-up dance. 2 down in the 8th. The best at bat in this game off of Lincecum came in the 5th inning when Amarista lined out to Hunter Pence. And remember, he had a good game yesterday as well with 3 hits.
Bunch the gaps, slight lean towards left center with Blanco in center.
Blanco on the move. Side retired. Lincecum is going to go to the 9th inning without allowing anything more. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Panic's going to lead things off, and then Tim Lincecum. And Panic takes a strike. Torres back out there after doing a nice job in the 7th. Panic is 0 for 3. And here he takes down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pretty good day for that kid.
Well, a couple of hits.
1 and 2.
He's taking history into the 9th. Yeah, I'd say a pretty good day.
And Panic is going to get called out. So 1 out here in the 8th, and let's hear the ovation for Tim Lincecum.
just said it to close in the inning. Tim Lincecum has a very special relationship with the folks here in San Francisco. They love him.
He's 2 for 3, and he has scored 2 runs. 2 balls and no strikes.
Think he's going to be a pair of shoes?
I don't think he knows how to do it any other way than just the play. Maybe that's not smart. I have no idea. Three, you know. I know one thing. Torres is afraid of him.
Absolutely. You get a couple knocks, they start to take notice.
Nope. Lincecum's on base percentage is going to go up today.
2 knocks and a walk.
Blanco needs a hit. He's 0 for 3. Hunter Pence is on deck. And a strike. So Torres trouble throwing strikes to Lincecum, but not to Gregor Blanco. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2.
That changeup is just his money pitch. When he couldn't get the fastball in the strike zone 4 times to Lincecum, he goes right to the changeup against Blanco. Boom, boom, 0-2.
One and 2.
So kind of pitching Blanco backwards with a couple off speed pitches, setting up the fastball at 92.
In the dirt, nice play by Rivera. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hunter Pence to follow. Turned out to be a very hazy and now foggy Wednesday afternoon at the ballpark. Blanco on the ground to short. Cabrera to Amarista. Not in time as Blanco beats it out. Stay tuned for the post-game wrap. That's coming up in just a bit. And I'll also talk about the game tomorrow morning with Murph and Mac on KNBR 680. So Bud Black comes out. And with Blanco at 2 outs here in the 8th.
Take a look at the numbers for Dale Thayer through 36, 3-2 with a 1.93 ERA. Very good season so far. Almost a strikeout an inning. 3-to-1 strikeout walk ratio. Low mid-90s fastball, hard slider, and changeup from a low 3/4. Kind of a sling type delivery.
Blanco goes. He's going to steal it easily. His 8th. Not wasting any time. Wouldn't make it 0-1 now to Pence. Well, he had a good jump.
Boy, he really did. Kind of a wide throw, too, because Rivera knew he had to hurry.
Breaking ball to Pence to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Buster Posey's on deck. 2-1.
With the stolen base by Blanco, it does change the way that Thayer will go after Hunter Pence with an open base. And I know you've got 4 hits on the day in the on-deck circle with Buster Posey, but still, Thayer does not have to give in. He's got a place to put him.
2-2.
Nice location with the 2-1 fastball there.
Medica moves over, but it's going to be out of play. So it remains 2-2 to the Giants right fielder Hunter Pence. If you're thinking about the top of the ninth, and you should be, it'll be Rivera to lead things off, but Black has a number of options coming off the bench should he choose to do that. Pence strikes out. We're going to stay here as we watch Tim Lincecum get ready and come out and take the mound for the ninth. He's pitched 8 grabbing a bat, and in the on-deck circle is Yasmani Grandal. So the first 2 hitters here in the ninth will be pinch hitters. Denorfia, historically, whether it's against Lincecum or anybody wearing a Giants uniform, has been a tough out. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
They have mixed that first pitch very well all day. Fastball, the curveball, the slider, the split has made no difference. They've used them all.
2-0 to Denorfia. A lot of the umpires here thought that was a strike. It was not.
And I think Adam Hamari, the plate umpire, has done an excellent job today. Taking some heat for that last pitch, but I believe it was called correctly.
And a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
To get it in fastball with a 2-seam grip on the outside corner. Denorfia in the take mode. He'll take no more. That last pitch, number 100. Beautiful breaking ball. Big late snap, perfect location. And he evens the count. And Lincecum looks as relaxed with his release as if it's been stolen aside between starts.
Denorfia, 1 down in the ninth. And here's Grandal. Grandal has faced Lincecum 3 times in his career. He's 1 for 3. The one hit a home run. First pitch high, 1 ball and no strike.
And again a close pitch. And again the crowd squirms. Right back, more off speed, nails the outside location, and that evens the count. He has had the ability to throw every one of his 4 pitches all day long whenever he's wanted.
And a high fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike. William Venables on deck. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
And Grandal was in the driver's seat there, 2-1. He was looking soft. And Lincecum got him to go out of the strike zone. Chasing that breaking ball down below.
On the ground, foul. Will reset and do it again. It remains 2-2. Buster Posey playing a bit off the line. Everybody in the outfield shading Grandal to pull. Sandoval way off the line at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All standing. The pitch. 3-2. So Lincecum rubs up the baseball as he will look into Hector Sanchez. And the 3-2 pitch. On the ground, Lincecum's got it. 2 down in the 9th. And here's Will Venable, who has seen Lincecum 3 times today. The only Padre hitter to see him 3 times. He struck out, popped out, and he's bounced out. And the first pitch to Venable. Swinging a bouncer off his foot, foul, and it's 0-1.
Perfect location, working the outside knees. And he's been able to do that with everything.
The 0-1 is wide, 1 ball and 1 strike. Sanchez asking for that pitch to be, if anything, in the dirt. It's a ball and a strike. 1-2. That was a good swing by Venable.
But it was set up. You saw the first 2 pitches start the at-bat. They were both off speed away. The call was for a fastball in, and it got a little leaky out over the plate. Venable missed it, and now Lincecum's in the driver's seat, 1-2.
He looks into Hector Sanchez. On the ground to Panic. Panic to Posey, and Lincecum has done it again. He has no hit the San Diego Padres for the 2nd time in 2 years. What a great performance by that kid. Base runner, a walk to Chase Headley in the 2nd inning. And this time it's Hector Sanchez who does the honors, and the Buster hug comes from first base. How about that? He might have 4 or 5 more innings in him.
I'll tell you what a thrill for Lincecum and Hector Sanchez. The last no-hitter was caught by Buster Posey, and today was Hector Sanchez's turn, and these 2 guys really hooked up. And Lincecum from the very first inning showed that he had command of all 4 pitches. He maintained it through all 9 innings, and let's look at the final pitch. A breaking ball, middle in, and a 1-2 count. And Joe Panic, just called up several days ago, makes the play, and there's the hug from Hector Sanchez, and let the party begin.
Well, Lincecum hasn't really had a chance to make his way away from the mound. And the closer he gets to making his way to the dugout, you're going to hear this crowd go crazy.
But it's genuine. One of the more popular Giants who's ever come through Mike Murphy's clubhouse.
All right, let's go to Amy G. Amy?
All right, guys. Tim, you never cease to amaze. You just recorded your second career no-hitter against the Padres both times. What emotions can you share with us that are happening right now for you?
I think they got him pretty. Well, you talk about ruining an interview, that'll do it. But in a lot of ways, it's what the crowd wants to see. It's what the players obviously want to do, and it's not exactly what Amy G wants. But hopefully he is going to come back out, because I would like to hear him talk.
Amy, I thought that was a great question.
They got him good. They really did get him good.
We talk about the popularity of Tim Lincecum, and with all that he's accomplished in this game, if you get around him in the clubhouse environment, you would think he's like one of the clubhouse kids. There's just not a pretentious bone in his body, and very popular amongst his teammates because of how he conducts himself as a pro and as a teammate. He's just a good guy, and here he's getting absolute blown up by Kane and Javier Lopez. Look out, Amy.
Yeah. Well, if anybody's going to get away with it, it's Matt Kane. But I want to go back to what we say a lot about Tim Lincecum, and I think it's very fair. You can a lot of times tell what's going to be like for him in that first inning. He went to 3-1 to Will Venable, and he ended up retiring Venable. He threw a terrific, I think it was a 3-2 split. And that's how this game started, and he was on a roll after that.
It really was. I mean, I can't remember a better time when he had all four pitches working. And usually it'll be one of the three specialty pitches in the fastball, and the fastball is kind of iffy as to how he's going to control it. And he just sort of makes it work. But today had a great feel for everything, and he never was in a hurry. I mean, he was really in a nice rhythm. And I think throwing opposite Ian Kennedy, who pitched beautifully today, I think the two fed off each other's rhythm, and it was a very quick-paced ball game. The times that there were long innings, Lincecum did not have to sit on the bench. He had a chance to get an at-bat. He had a chance to get on base, and that kept the juices flowing. But still, you need to have a calm, and you need to have a constant. And for Tim Lincecum, it was his catcher, Hector Sanchez, who just did a beautiful job of calling pitches, of framing pitches, of keeping the rhythm going. And great support from his defense. Didn't hurt to have a couple runs either. I mean, everything just sort of lined up today. And Lincecum has never been better.
I've got 2 line drives written in my scorecard. Amarista in the 5th, and Seth Smith with a line drive to center field in the 7th. Final score, Tim Lincecum throws a no-hitter. It's the Giants 4 and the Padres nothing. Eastern's Giants post-game live with interviews, and the wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio right now.